Hey, what's going on with you guys, man? So I'm just gonna give a little breakdown, a recap of this Marcus Browne versus Artur Beterbiev fight. It went exactly how I saw it going, except for one thing. If you guys watch my prediction video and on what to bet, I did say the safest bet, the thing that you should really throw real money on was probably the knockout, but I ain't like the odds on it. It was a minus 250, wasn't any value there. But I did also say I said the over 8.5 rounds. It went into the ninth round. It might have went a minute and a half into the ninth round, so he didn't get to survive to the 10th. So that bet definitely didn't hit. Now, fortunately for me, I fell asleep like probably like 3 4 hours before the fight started. It's crazy. I woke up literally maybe 20 seconds before the fight started. Like, it was just on my laptop already. Like, I woke up with the fight starting. So, for that's like the third time that's happened to me. I don't know what's going on. But like, I take these naps like hours before the fight starts, and I end up waking up right on time, bro. That happened to me with the Tank fight. I think that happened to me. That also happened to me with the Shakur and Heron fight. Like, I don't know, it's just been happening to me way too much. But yeah, let's get into the breakdown of what happened in this fight. Now, the first I gave Marcus Browne the first 2 rounds. Didn't give him a round after that. He did some good things though. The first round he was really sticking and moving. But he was having success doing it too. But Artur Beterbiev wasn't letting his hands go for the most part. Like, he was trying to be picky with his shots, and that end up hurting him. But I mean, it paid off in the long run because that pressure, that mental pressure that he's putting on Marcus Browne to really move around, you could tell that really took something out of him. He it was some of it was unnecessary. And then it's just part of, if that's not your game, this is not something you could change, right? So we never looked at. I never thought of Marcus Brown, like I said in my breakdown. Marcus Brown doesn't have great feet to me. He falls over, like he leans over his foot too much when he throws like he leans over too much. He's not really getting his head off the line for the most part. Um, I just didn't feel like he was like, I just didn't feel like he was really on his level. But I thought he would be competitive enough for this fight to, go late into the championship rounds. But like I said, in the first couple rounds, first 2 rounds, he did a few. He did some good work, man. He was throwing that. He kept the jab popping. He was on his toes, moving around. He was jabbing them. Threw a few shots. Threw a few 1-2s there. Maybe. I think maybe the first 2 rounds is probably the time when he threw his most body shots. But after that, he really wasn't like letting his hands go. Like, he really wasn't attempting to go to the body of Beterbiev. Now, I don't know if that was because he didn't want to be in the fire, or, ducking down low and getting hit with a crazy uppercut or something like that. But he should have focused on the body, which he didn't. And that kind of cost him to me. Beterbiev, man, he just has a freaking engine, bro. Like, he might not let go. He might not let go like fucking 50 punch combination or anything crazy, but he's definitely gonna keep the pressure coming constantly. Like, that pressure, he's coming forward 90% of the fight. Like, he's literally coming forward 90 to 95% of the fight, and he's gonna land big punches. Man, he has that thudding power. And you can see he broke down Marcus Browne. Now, one thing he was doing was he was headhunting as well. And honestly, he probably could have got Marcus Browne out of there a little bit earlier if he would have been attempting to go to the body. But you see, when he got his first knockdown, that was from that was from a left hook to the body, and then he came upstairs with the right hand and finished him the first knockdown. Then the second time he did it again. He was in the middle of, I think it was like, I can't remember what the exact combination was, but I think he came to a right hook to the body. Then he came with another one to the left. He came with a left hook to the to on the liver, dropped him again. Marcus Browne couldn't get up. It was the end of the fight. Now, I wanna talk about Better BF and possible future fights, right? I don't know, man. I don't know if he beats Canelo, bro. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't know, man. He is there to get hit, and I said that before the fight happened with Marcus Brown. I said he is there to be hit. Now I want to say this though. Styles really do make fights like is we haven't Canelo's not a guy that's if you look at Canelo fights he really doesn't take much punishment. Like the most he's probably ever been hit in a fight like with like actual power was against Triple G. Other than that, he really hasn't taken a lot of punishment in his fights. At least not no hard shots. I'll say that he's not. He hasn't been a guy that's consistently been hit with hard shots, and that's because he has that power to counteract. Now I don't know if his power will translate to hurting a guy like Beterbiev, right? There's because one thing we know about better be if he's coming forward, right? He's going to take a shot to land his, and we know that Canelo's been slowing down. If you watch a lot of Canelo fights, he usually picks a full he usually takes off for a whole round. Uh, he knows how to manage his stamina and keep opponents from really noticing that he's not really putting his foot on the gas anymore, right? Like in the Triple G fights, he'll just sit on the ropes. That was more so just to get a second win. Even in Caleb Plant fight, like there was times where yeah, he was pressuring Caleb Plant, but he wasn't really letting his hands go for the most part. And honestly, he does that. If you really look at Canelo fights, he does that for maybe like the first two rounds. Like he's super picky in the first round for sure. He's super picky with his shots. Like he might not even throw 12 to 15 punches in a round. He might just come forward, just feint you a little bit, and that's another way of managing your stamina issues that he has. So it'll be interesting to see, but man, I still got to give a lot of credit to Beterbiev because this man, like, I don't know what's going on with Marcus Browne, man. These accidental headbutts in his fight is crazy. The Badu Jack one, he had an accidental headbutt against Pascal. He had one against and then now one against Beterbiev, man. So I don't know if it's like one of those unintentional, intentional type of things. I'm not sure, but I kind of knew he was getting stopped here, man. Better BF is just on a different class from him. I just like I said, man, there's certain things that he's still doing, and if you notice in the fight, I felt like Marcus Browne was still dropping that left hand. There was plenty of times where he could have got like he reached over, he lunged forward and he pulled back without putting without instead of pivoting, he pulled back, hands down, and I'm like, oh my god, if Better Be would have threw a hook right there, he would have probably dropped him right there. But yeah, I don't like I said, I didn't think there was anything that Derek James could do for Marcus Browne this late in his career as far as like within one training camp against a guy like Better BF. This isn't the guy that you probably got to fight like a guy that's not hitting as hard. Like he might have had better chance versus like a Bevo or something like that, right? Because that's a guy he Bevo's gonna outbox the shit out of him, but he's probably not a guy that's gonna come forward and stop him and put that constant pressure on him all fight like a Better BF is throwing nothing but thudding shots. Like Better BF wasn't even really jabbing him. He was really just throwing nothing but power shots, a bunch of hooks upstairs, the right hand. Everything was pretty much landing after that second round. And this is what I want to talk about too. Where see Marcus Browne hurt himself too. Like I think he definitely has conditioning issues too because man, after that second round, it's like, bro, he looked fake winded, right? Like it kind of looked a little bit winded because I had him winning the third round. So first of all, I gave Marcus Brown the first two rounds. Then the third round, he was winning until maybe like the last 30, 40 seconds where he just started sitting on the ropes. I'm like, why is he leaning on the ropes? Move, get to the middle of the ring, jab, feint, do something, bro. Like you're in the same position and you're just letting him tee off when you still around. That fourth round, he did the same thing again. He towards the end of the round, he was having success. It was probably I can't remember if it was the third or fourth round, but he definitely sat on the rope at the end of both rounds. But I can't remember if I had him win in the fourth round and then end up edging it to Better BF as well. But I know he definitely did in the fourth round. He definitely ended up sitting on the ropes in probably like the last 30 40 seconds of the other round and letting Better BFT off for him. And he definitely convincingly took that round. Now, that had to be because of stamina issues. That's the only thing I could think of. But bruh, Beterbiev, man, scary guy, man. He put up a great fight. I would love to see what's next for him. Maybe a unification with him and Bivol. These guys got to stop waiting on Canelo, bro. And honestly, I didn't really hear too much from Beterbiev in the post fight in the ring, but I heard probably like I listened to maybe like 10 or 15 seconds. I didn't hear him mention Canelo, so at least he's one of the few guys that's not really like waiting on that Canelo payday, or it doesn't appear that he is. But I don't think Canelo's getting in the ring with him, bro. This man just fought with a brolic ass gash on the middle of his head, kept coming the whole fight, and ended up stopping his opponent, man. Like that guy's better be if it's a scary guy, bro, for sure. Um, need that high quality H2O. Yeah, he's like I said, he's a scary guy, man. I'm really looking forward to see what's next. A lot of people had Marcus Brown pulling off the upset. I just couldn't see it, man. I just didn't see it, man. Like for honestly to be better BF, you gotta either be like a super dangerous puncher, like the type of puncher that he is, or you have to be a phenomenal boxer. Like you have to be a phenomenal boxer, like amazing footwork. Uh, like you got to be able to have the great ring generalship and ring IQ. Like your IQ has to be through the roof. So, Marcus Brown definitely didn't have any of those, and it showed. Stopped them in the ninth round. Two devastating body shots. And that was all she wrote. So that being said, man, that's all I really had to say. Let me know what you guys thought of the fight, man. Did you think Marcus Brown had any chance? What do you think should be next for Better BF? Should he clout chase off Canelo? What's going on there? So with that being said, I'm out of here, man. Peace.